Hey all, just a quick look at this new Klein bag that I stumbled upon in Lowe's. I wasn't able to find wasn't actually able to find it on their website, which is odd. I came across it, took a picture, thought I'd circle back and look online, get some more info about it, but nothing to be found. But hopefully if you guys are looking for this, you can find it. Just might have to actually walk in this store. Here's the tag, by the way, and I'll drop the part number down below. But the Klein number is 62804. But I'll drop any more info I have now that I actually have a picture of the barcode and the receipt and all that. So I'm just a home banger. I am an electrical engineer by trade, and I cut my teeth in industry for 15 years, working on the floor, working on the field. So, I think my opinion carries some weight. But this is just a bag to collect my, hairy homeowner kind of tools for electrical. I've gone through a couple different bags, nothing really in this backpack style, if you will. Mostly just these cheaper totes you kind of see in the background. Definitely need the zippered because it keeps dust and stuff out. And despite having pockets on the inside, things just sort of get lost. End up in the bottom of the bag and kind of buried, and you throw your DMM in there, and the cords are getting snared in your wire strippers and things like that. So it's not ideal. Figured I'd spend a few bucks and try and get a little better organized. So without further ado, this is what basically I'm going to try to get in here. I'm not going to go through that. Really, this was just to sort of show you the bag. I do get a shoulder strap with it. Make sure it's there if you get it in store. And so the nice thing about this is, if you notice, this is fairly, see if it's in the shot. This is fairly symmetrical. So if you've got a pile of tools here, this isn't going to want to tip. One of the backpacks a buddy of mine had was great, but you open up this panel and then everything's sort of falling all over the place. It does have a solid bottom on it. I don't know if this is compatible or hooks in with Klein's modular system. I'm not a subscriber, so not sure. Do have actually two D-rings here, two here, presumably a loop for tapes or things of that nature. I did see a tape measure hook there, or to place the hook. As far as interior, I think these are both identical, yeah. So let me bring it. And sorry, this is not my full-time job, so excuse the camera work. Two fairly large pockets with a couple, smaller bit holders there. Usually not a fan of this style. There's really no elasticity to this, so it's either going to fit or it's not. I will say my one concern I had initially was usually you'll get a big sort of molded pocket for DMM, and this didn't have one, at least externally. So, but what it does have is a fairly generous area in the bottom. As long as you didn't have too much junk in its front pockets, you could easily get, a Fluke 87.5 flat along with a clamp meter will stand vertical. Even the Fluke's larger clamp meters would fit lying down in there, so that's cool. Like I say, both sides are identical. These kind of pockets, they're on the outside, so you'd think quick access, but they're kind of annoying to get into. I think I'd probably put, some less commonly used stuff in there, to be honest. Front pocket. So I guess I could show you, not me. This is really my first time looking at this too. Yeah, this is a braided cable reinforced handle here. You might be able to see it peeking through there. So I do like the ergonomics, if you will, of the bag. You have an inside pocket. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I really just wanted quick access to my tools. Open it up. not have to be rooting around in the bag. So this is going to do it for me. So that's it. I'm going to load up the bag. I'll either give you a tour or drop a couple pictures of what it looks like loaded up. But yeah, that's about it. $100. Okay, loaded. That's a pretty good deal. Actually, I don't have my 87.5 here. I brought it to work because I got annoyed not being able to find one. I don't work in the nitty-gritty industrial realm anymore, so you know I've slowly sort of downgraded my equipment accordingly, personal equipment. This 117 is awesome for everything, you know, residential, you know, and it's category 3 too. So this actually makes more sense in this bag for me than anything. There is enough room to sneak this guy in here, and the screen's well protected. No problem with this clamp meter. I've got a AC circuit analyzer in there, and then yeah, no big deal fitting a small impact or small 18-volt drill in there. Yeah. Well, it seemed like it would close up just fine. I think it will. Yeah, shouldn't have any problem there. Yeah, this is gonna suit me just fine. A while ago, these little zipper butter. A while ago, I stopped carrying consumables in bags like this because it just got to be a nightmare. I've got several of these guys. These just happen to be DeWalt, but you know, pick your poison brand-wise. But these stack and they lock within one another, so you know I can just grab these and have everything I need. I got tired of putting stuff in the bag that was sort of job or task dependent. This works a lot better for me. And so I think the same is going to apply for some of your larger hand tools like drills and such. If you're going to be bringing a bunch of stuff, you know, on the job site, this may or may not make sense. For me, this is great. Or I would say this would be good for, I think, like HVAC tech, where you don't have far to go if you need to make a couple trips. If you're going up a 30-story building, you know, with no elevator and things like that, this is probably not for you. But yeah, I think you can get a lot in here, tool-wise. So I think this is going to be a hit. Sorry, realized you guys probably don't care about my choice of DMM or anything like that. I did want to talk about the pockets. As I suspected, you know, without having any elasticity here, like I think I said before, stuff is either going to fit or it's not. So interestingly, this middle row pockets does go all the way to the bottom. The top row doesn't, however. Maybe that's a good thing, so things aren't lost, but it does mean, you know, this isn't a ginormous screwdriver, but it means it's not going to really be captured in there. You know, you could sneak two in here if that's what you need. I don't have a ton of stuff, so this is fine for me. If you want to end up with some tools in here, you're going to have to be careful how much you jam in these front pockets. I just have a modest amount of stuff, I think. This bag is offering a lot more room than certainly this open mouth type bag or zipper mouth bag. But yeah, you know, there's some space to clip some things, of course. These pockets, I've just got some small lock nut wrenches in. One thing I did, you know, left this open, went to close this up, and of course everything spills out. Again, as I suspected, these front pockets are kind of pointless unless it's like a rolled up cable or something of that nature. There's no stretch to them, there's no give. In fact, there's almost like there's a cardboard material separating these, at least this bottom portion maybe even the top actually. Yeah, there's definitely a rigid piece of cardboard in between the canvas or whatever you want to call it. So, you know, there's not much give to be able to get something to squeeze in here. You know, you get a breaker in there, but you know, I don't know. Just I would have rather they had something else, something a little more formed, or even like a mesh elastic or something like that. Yeah, side is about the same, just for size reference. I usually don't like using these outside pockets because you know, the bag kind of tumbles and then things fall out. But some guys are actually going to use this in the field, so maybe it makes more sense for some other folks. As I mentioned, both sides are symmetrical, so yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully this sort of conveys what you can get in here and how you might be able to use it. I have no affiliation with Klein, by the way, or Lowe's. Just figured I'd throw this out there. It helps me when I'm looking to buy something to see it in a little more real world situation than just photos or stock pictures. So yeah, if this helps you, give me a thumbs up or comment below if you have any questions. I'll try to answer. Thanks.